Oh man. And we are live. What a Super Bowl. What a Super Bowl. Ladies and gentlemen, the Philadelphia Eagles are Super Bowl champions. Let me say that once again. The Philadelphia Eagles are Super Bowl champions. And MC, MC, we ain't seeing Riddell tonight. He already said in the group chat because he was mad that we didn't pull up during the first live stream when him and Loki were on there. Everybody else coming up real soon, but I just wanted to give my thoughts. Like, I'm gonna give my thoughts on the Super Bowl before everybody else get in here. Let me say this right now. I picked the Kansas City Chiefs. I'm actually watching Super Bowl celebration right here on my little screen over here. I picked Kansas City Chiefs because after last year, you just had to show me that you could beat the Chiefs. And boy, did the Philadelphia Eagles beat them Chiefs. The ending of the game was 40-22. And I feel like from now until the end of time, we're going to have to talk about this because people think this game's going to be a lot closer than it was. Let's not forget, the score was 34-0 at one point, I believe. 34-0. The Kansas City Chiefs were dominated. I even asked up. I'm never hitting it. I am a Brady Glazer. I was genuinely shocked by what's going on in that game. Genuinely shocked. The fact that the Eagles just put, for lack of a better term, belt to ass. Belt to ass. Fellas, hold up. Finish my monologue real quick. Let me finish my monologue real quick early. Let me finish my monologue, and then y'all can go ahead. I am genuinely shocked that the Eagles dominated them like that, and this game was not as close as people thought. Mahomes, Andy Reid, and Travis Kelce are the worst losers of this. And what could possibly be Travis Kelce's game, he no-showed. Couple drops, no-showed. Hey, that's crazy. That's crazy. Early with some people right now. Andy Reid, horrendous game plan, no adjustments, refused to run the ball, and it showed. And Patrick Mahomes, if you're trying to be the GOAT, you can't lose like that. You just can't. It was 34-0 at one point, throwing multiple picks. Don't let the 3 touchdowns he threw make it seem better. He was horrendous. It wasn't just that he didn't have any time. It was that he was making horrendous decisions. He didn't see Cooper DeJean on the pick 6. He didn't see it. The throw, I understand he was hit, but it was a bad decision anyway, in my opinion, to try to throw it to Hollywood Brown or Juju Smith-Schuster when Zach Bond is right there. Ladies and gentlemen, boy, you can't be the GOAT and get blown out twice. I don't know what to tell you. And Marley, you said it. We had Mahomes stat padding against backups in the Super Bowl. Look, we ain't seeing Riddell tonight. We ain't. He mad. We go see him on Wednesday. Where he going? It's gonna be a tough time for Riddell on Wednesday. He pulling up early.
I love a good ass whooping. I ain't gonna lie to you. I love a good ass
Oh
whooping.
my God, fellas, go ahead.
I don't got a lot of time. I don't got a lot of time because it's about to be my girl's birthday, so we throwing a little party downstairs. But I just wanted to say.
No, hold on, Lonnie. Let me go ahead.
I just wanted to say. I love Mahomes. I actually do love Mahomes, but I'm so happy right now. If Mahomes three-peats, he has to be the GOAT. If Mahomes three-peats, he has to be the GOAT. Kelsey's better than Gronk. Where was Kelsey today? Where was he? Because I didn't see him. I saw Taylor Swift More than I saw Kelsey tonight. I can tell you that. How many times did we see Taylor Swift, and how many catches did Travis Kelsey have? How many yards did Travis Kelsey have, and how many times did we see Taylor Swift? Andy Reid. People are trying to say the last few weeks, oh, he's gonna be better than he's better than Belichick for getting that Bill beat him. But no, but today's a great day for us Tom Brady fans. Respect the GOAT. Mahomes is the better quarterback. Mahomes is better, but right now he's not greater. Right now at least. And y'all gotta hold that. And at the end of the day, you can say what you want about Brady, but you know what you can now say about Mahomes? He has one of the worst Super Bowl losses of all time. That is forever on his record. One of the worst Super Bowl losses of all times. So yeah, say whatever you want about my GOAT, but now your GOAT got some stains.
All right, hey Lonnie, look,
belt to ass. Belt to ass.
Look, I remember when I was
fighting about bitching about Tom Brady.
Look, I remember when we was talking about the first time Mahomes got blown out, which, by the way, is wild to say that this has happened multiple times. But oh no, his line was bad. Forgetting the fact that, Lonnie, what have I always said about that Super Bowl? I understand that his line was injured, but he also played badly. Sure, his receivers dropped the ball, but he also played badly. But nobody wants to do it. So sure, go ahead. What y'all want to say now? Look, Early, go ahead. Because I'm trying to be the guy. I'm trying to be, look, Mahomes still the best in the league as a quarterback. But boy, boy.
Give me one second.
I got you.
I gotta flip this camera around.
But Lonnie, hey, people bring it up in the chat. This is the second time Jalen Hurts has outplayed Mahomes in the Super Bowl. But oh my God.
I just want to read Mahomes stats real quick, and then I'm gonna leave. Then I gotta leave.
I got a room full of celebs that was rooting for the motherfucking Eagles. You understand what I'm saying in here? Listen, man.
Mahomes stats: 257, 3 TDs,
Cooking,
6 sacks,
cooking.
Oh my God. Yo, Lonnie, the people saying tell your girl happy birthday from us.
Yo, I will. But Saquon's birthday, Cooper DeJean's birthday, and like an hour and a half is gonna be my girl's birthday. Yo, just the birthday love around here, y'all. Just love it. I love it. And the next person that says, yo, Travis Kelsey's better than Rob Gronkowski, you slap them and they mama. Because how dare you? And to all the Mahomes fans before I go, despair. Feel this pain. I hope you remember this day until you're 99 years old.
Mahomes will. Hey, Mahomes will, Lonnie.
Yeah, I don't care if all your memories fade. I hope you remember this day. Remember this day. The day Jalen Hurts pushed his ass to a Super Bowl on your quarterback, on your GOAT. Hold that, please. Yo. Thank you, Jalen Hurts. Thank you, Saquon Barkley. Thank you, Nick Sirianni. I never thought I'd say that. Thank you, Nick Sirianni. Thank you, Cooper DeJean, the most athletic white boy I've ever seen. Thank you, Quinyon Mitchell. Thank you, Jalen Carter. Thank you, Sweat, Braun. Thank you. I hope y'all. I used to pray for times like this. Someone play the mic. Someone play Dreams and Nightmares. Someone play it.
Nah, we gonna get copyrighted.
Oh, I'd karaoke it right now if I didn't have to go. But
Lonnie, go be with your girl. We'll take over. We'll see you on Wednesday.
You're always gonna be. Eventually, you will be number one, but you can't say that today. Not today, bitch. Ha ha. Ha ha. Bye, fellas.
All right, later, y'all. All right, Hefe. Let's talk about it. And hold up, who MC Robinson? This one's worse because at least with the Buccaneers one, they said his line was hurt, even though the way Brady was playing that day, Mahomes was winning that game. But you got it.
Bro, I ain't gonna lie, bro. Philly whooped that ass.
Whoop.
Philly whooped that ass. I don't. I think we hit her. I think we hit Mahomes more than Philly, but Philly was just we not giving you nothing. We not giving you nothing. We came to take everything. They started the game like that. And shout out to Hurts, bro. I haven't been a fan of Hurts all year. But man, did he wait to show up in the best game. This is what they pay that man for. And the deep passes, they all night, beautiful all night. Like he outplayed Mahomes. And I thought about this during the game. It's like him and Mahomes switched shoes tonight, bro. It's like they switched shoes. Real talk, bro. It was beautiful. It was beautiful to watch from Philly.
Look, I mean, like he said, man. Santo Riddell throwing a hissy fit in the chat, in the group chat. We're not gonna see him today. I'm gonna say Jay.
Moment of silence for Riddell, bro.
No, because he was calling out early last week, and now he doing the same thing. So I'm gonna say this. Um, Jay, I know y'all talking about Worthy. I'm not moved. Worthy had hold on, let me look at his stats. He had
Nah, Worthy made plays though, random. He did. Worthy did make plays.
8 catches for 157 yards and 2 touchdowns. Maybe one of the most inconsequential, and I say that all caps, inconsequential receiving performances in Super Bowl history. Sure, you can say he made plays. You can say that, I guess. But come on, man. Come on.
I mean, what? Only reason I say mid plays because it wasn't really nobody else, bro.
I
It
got it.
was.
But
It was.
the majority of those stats came against backups.
Oh yeah, in jump time, of course, of course. When it was time, to make plays, that first half, all that was dead, bro.
And it wasn't just that. Like I had talked with one of my boys' friends, Jones, who was talking about how the Eagles would need to double team DeAndre Hopkins, and I said, then you haven't watched DeAndre Hopkins. You haven't watched DeAndre Hopkins enough to know that man is not healthy. He needs to get surgery on his knee after the season. That's what he said, not me. That's what he said. And also, you haven't watched the Eagles enough to think that they needed to double cover anybody on this offense.
They made that evident tonight, bro. And
And
and I ain't gonna lie, bro. I ain't gonna lie. I'm with Lonnie, bro. I don't want to hear no more Pat and Brady talk, and I damn sure don't want to hear no more Gronk and Kelsey talk, bro.
I'm gonna say,
Kelsey, I
go ahead.
watched Gronk in that last Super Bowl he was in with us, bro. He basically looked like a robot wobbling up and down the field, still catching contested catches, still getting open, still getting separation. Like I don't want to hear none of that, bro. Kelsey looked like trash. He was the guy that got leaned on tonight when Pat was getting punished. Like he was getting punished, bro. Like let's keep it G. Pat was getting punished, and he went to lean on that guy. Drop passes, not open. He looked old.
Look. Out of the three people I said at the start of the top, I think the Gronk Kelsey talk is done. I think it's done because even when Gronk was at his worst, like Hefe said, in the last, in even though you want to say whatever head to head, because sure they weren't guarding each other, but the performance head to head, Gronk was superior. Travis Kelsey had drops in the Buccaneers Super Bowl, like he just didn't play well, and you want to talk about how he played today when he looked old today. He looked old. At one point, they had him one-on-one against Josh Sweat. And I'm like, what are you doing? Even in Travis Kelsey's best day, you wouldn't leave him one-on-one with a defensive end. Gronk, you could do that sometimes, but you wouldn't do that. Like the Patriots weren't like, we just trust you to do it, especially on Mahomes' front side. Like Andy Reid and Travis Kelsey look horrendous today. Now, the Mahomes talk is shelved for a little while. But if Mahomes goes back to winning Super Bowls again, we're gonna have that talk again. Like Santo, keep bringing it up. The Eagles did not blitz tonight. They did not blitz tonight. They only sent 4 all night. And they whooped it. That strip sack, They look like they murdered Mahomes in that pocket. They murdered him.
But Pete, though, random them tackles been bad all year, and that's why I said it was going to be a big game for Nolan Smith. Nolan Smith put so much pressure on Mahomes, bruh. Like he was the underrated guy that won that game tonight. Like if y'all really go watch what Nolan Smith did, setting the edge and moving Mahomes off the spot, bruh. It was beautiful to watch, bro. It was beautiful. They whooped them tackles all night long.
Look, it was something. I think we need also need to talk about Andy Reid when he gets like this. Is Andy Reid the best coach in the league? I would say yes. But when he for the second time, and the weirdest part was they didn't run the ball at the start of the game. The first three plays were passes. When the game was in balance, they said, Mahomes, take us to the promised land. When you know the way you've been successful all year, nobody's saying that the Chiefs had a dominant running game, but they still ran the ball. They just refused to run the ball
They,
tonight.
they mixed it up well all year, and you
Yeah,
wait to get to the big game. I got you. I got
yeah.
you.
And we need to talk about that because when Andy Reid loses, especially loses badly, he does this. He did this in the Buccaneer Super Bowl. Okay, this was a notable like criticism of him, especially near his end with the Eagles. He just refused to run the ball tonight, and I don't understand why. Because look at what the Eagles did. Even when Saquon, the Chiefs defense said, Saquon, you are not beating us tonight. That's what they said,
And they did good, bro. And I and,
and they
and
did
and saying that
fantastic.
random, I just want to say this: we cannot. I don't want to hear no Chiefs fans say nothing bad about that defense. That defense showed up and played some good ball. That first quarter they held. Second quarter they held as much as they could, bro. Giving them 17-0, bro. That's not easy when the team is as loaded as the Eagles, and the offense puts up nothing. That defense played their bro. They played their souls out and got nothing in return from the offense, bro. To the end of the game, they stuffed Saquon all night.
They stuffed him all night. Now the Chiefs defense, they were out schemed a little bit, like the first touchdown or the first almost touchdown to Deshaun Doxson. That was a great play call. Kellen Moore was in his bag with that play call, got him open. He almost scored, but you know how it is. And then they tush push, which nobody can stop, right? Um, Obviously, Jalen Hurts was I'm gonna say Jalen Hurts was great all night except for the one play, which ironically was his center's fault because his center didn't pick up the right way. Because if you look on that play where Jalen Hurts throws a pick, his center and his left guard are blocking nobody. Nobody. And Jalen Hurts made a wrong decision. He should have thrown it away, but he didn't. But he didn't. But every single chance that that every single chance that the Chiefs had to win this game to try something new, they squandered it. Mahomes had like 25 yards passing at the end of the half. Like
Yeah, we sure did. Sure
I
did.
really, I really am going to tell you guys, fellas, when we go back and look at this game in the future, because people are going to say, "Well, Mahomes did this. He threw for 3 touchdowns." No, 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 no. No, he did not. When the game was in balance, he didn't have 30 yards passing. When the game was in balance, they refused to run the ball. When the game was in balance, Travis Kelce was dropping passes. When the game was in balance, Jalen Hurts was great. Saquon struggled, but guess what? He still ran hard. He still blocked his ass off, and he still caught play. He just did what he was supposed to do. And shout out to Kellen Moore because right now, if I'm the Saints, I'm happy what I saw from Kellen Moore tonight.
Yeah, I was
Happy.
thinking that when I was watching the game too.
Yeah, absolutely. Kellen Moore was in his bag tonight, kept him on schedule, kept the ball moving forward, and when they needed to go for first downs, they did the right thing. Look, on Wednesday, Riddell gonna come in. He's not gonna listen to nobody. He's gonna get mad. He might cuss at people. But guess what, Riddell? Because if the Chiefs won this game, you would have been right here, 10 toes down, saying Brady's the GOAT or saying Mahomes is the GOAT, early ducking, calling people out. And I'm sorry that I chose to watch the Super Bowl with my mother instead of being here to watch the Super Bowl with you.
Come on, Randall. Don't do that. Don't do that, bro.
But for you to say, "Oh, I'm keeping the same edge and doing all this," guess what, Riddell? You just like the rest. Except last year when I was the King Mahomes hater, Hefe, they can tell you I was the King Mahomes hater. King Mahomes hater. But I showed up.
That's what it's about, bro. Hey, you got walking like you talking, bro. Win, lose, or draw. Win, lose, or draw.
And guess what, Riddell? I was there with you when I said I was shocked. I was shocked by what I saw today. Shocked. Mahomes was horrendous. The play calling by Andy Reid was horrendous. Travis Kelce, horrendous. D-Hop dropping open passes.
Hey, Flags was looking equal tonight. I gotta say that. All that rigged and all that all season. Hey, it wasn't rigged when it mattered tonight. It wasn't rigged when it mattered tonight. It looked real even tonight, man.
The way the ref started, man, even us.
Hey, I was worried, bro. I was worried.
Going on?
I was worried, but they got it together. When they called a holding on KC, I was like, bruh, is this for real? It was some good ball, man. We got to watch them play some physical ball, but hey, the refs kept it clean, man. It was a thorough whooping, man.
That's what you should do in games like this. Just let them play. Let them play. Oh, snap. Oh, Mo over here. All right. Hey, what's up, Mo? What's up, Mo? What's up? Hey, there's F. Dot.
Yo, what's up, man?
Look, man. Look, man.
Hey, F. Dot, I ain't gonna lie, bro. You know what I thought about when the Super Bowl was on, bro?
What happened,
I said, bro, this really should be Baltimore in here. I told Mo, I said, bro, this game is not competitive. This is not a good game.
That was a crazy game, man. You right.
No, if we should have happened, KC shouldn't have been in there, bro. KC shouldn't have been in there.
Hey, F dot.
Yo,
you like that game, bro?
I didn't like that game, bro. That was just embarrassing.
This the worst Super Bowl since the Broncos got blown out by the Seahawks.
That was embarrassing.
It was straight punishment, bro.
I've been talking about it's about Jalen Hurts, man.
Hey, Jalen Hurts ball, bro. I already said it in the chat, bro.
Baller.
Hey, listen. They went and got Saquon so Jalen Hurts could perfect them deep shots, bro. Because nobody, and pause on that, bro, but nobody. Hey, I was. You hear me, Randall? But they really,
Mike's been saying that all night. He been saying that all night, and I believe it. I'm whole 100 with it because honestly, if they had not had Saquon tonight would not have went the way that it went. Saquon is a legend, bro.
Look.
Yeah.
Let's go ahead and start breaking this game down. We've been talking a lot of grand stuff. Let's talk about it. Let's go ahead. F. Dot, I'm glad you're here. All right. Mo, I'm glad you're here. Looks like your new head coach. You should be happy about your new head coach. The way
you know it, Randall. You know it, man.
Solid, man.
But let's talk about it. I'm gonna do a winners and losers. Winners and losers. All right. Let's talk about the losers. Let's just start it off. Loser, obviously.
Yes, sir.
Losers, obviously. Patrick Mahomes, Andy Reid, Travis Kelce, the New York Giants, the New York Jets, whoever the team that let Zach Bond go. Who else was that?
You wouldn't believe who let him go, Randall. You wouldn't even believe it.
That's petty, Randall. That's petty, man.
The 14 draft picks that came before Jalen Carter. Yeah. All those teams who didn't draft Jalen Carter, all of them.
There's plenty of losers, but let's talk about. I actually want to talk about those five people that I said before, or the team. Andy Reid. I don't think you can be called the greatest coach of all time with a performance like this. Obviously, look, when Lonnie was here earlier, he talked the talk. He said, hey, man, he said he's going to be the best coach of all time, even though Bill Belichick already beat him in the Super Bowl, right? But, hey, you can't perform like this in the biggest game where at one point I'm sitting there with my mother, with the people at the house, and I'm like, why are you not running the ball? Even the Eagles could not run the ball to save their life in the first half. Just couldn't. And guess what they did? They just kept giving Saquon the ball because it matters. Because it mattered. And you refused to do that. What did I say at the start of the season? Oh, I wish Lonnie was here. When I said that this receiving core, even though you went and got D-Hop, even though you did fix things to beat to make it to the Super Bowl, you rely too much on Mahomes now, it's going to cost you. The receiving core didn't show up tonight. They didn't. Travis Kelce is too old to be your best receiving talent anymore. He's too old. And I asked, and I said, and sure, you made plays tonight, but Rodell will tell you, because I've been telling go back and look at the goddamn TikTok that I made where I counted down the whole receiving core, and I said, this is not good enough. Mahomes is good enough to make it all work the same way Brady was when he was making runs. But fellas, you have to make some changes. D-Hop got to get surgery, F-Dot. He got to get surgery on his knee. I'm sure, what's his name? The fast receiver. Tell me his name. Worthy had 157 yards tonight. 90% of that garbage time. The most inconsequential 150 yards in Super Bowl history. None of it mattered. Travis Kelce might retire.
He needs to. In all seriousness, Travis Kelce needs to, bro.
Yeah.
He did not and I'm not gonna lie, Travis Kelce has had some great moments as a receiving tight end in the NFL. But tonight was one of the moments where it's like, bro, just let it go. Just let it go. I don't remember a time watching Gronk play when I'm like, dang, Gronk, you need to let it go, bro. He was still making plays, bro. He was still making plays. And I think to compare a guy like that to who I think is the greatest tight end of all time, at Gronkowski, bro, it's not cool. It's not cool, bro.
Even at Gronk's worst, he made plays.
Exactly, bro. It's about what you're willing to do. You can be old and slow. You can be old and slow. Trust me, Jason Witten did it for years. Jason Witten did it. It's about what you're willing to do. He's not willing to be a dog no more, bro. Maybe Taylor Swift took care of him real nice. Maybe he real good now, bro. He don't got, but whatever it is, bro. I'm not trying to watch this no more. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah, that second Rams Patriots Super Bowl where Gronk was on his last legs. He still made plays, man.
Dog, bro. Straight dog, bro. Straight dog.
And like I told Hefe, I think the Travis Kelce Gronk GOAT conversation's done. I think it's done.
Yeah, if he retires after this year, yeah. I think Gronk got that over.
He was slow. Yeah. He was slow during the season, and I know Nick Wright was saying, "Oh, he was saving it." And sure, he had a great game in the playoffs. A great game in the playoffs. You tell me he's gonna go through another 17 games?
And the Pat Mahomes and Brady talk done too. We seen Brady get punished in some playoff and Super Bowl games. But when it came down to it, he still performed. And we never saw it happen twice. We've seen Pat Mahomes brutalized twice. No adjustments made to keep that man alive. No adjustments made to keep that man upright. 2 separate games. And I ain't trying to brag with my guys, but we did it and Philly just did it. And they did it in grueling fashion, bro. We cannot say we ever saw that from Brady.
I'm going to say it's shelved. Because Mahomes still can do a lot to catch up to Brady. He's still only 7 years in the league. He got at least 7 more to go. Who knows what could happen, right? But right now it's tabled. It's tabled. And I'm so curious, and I want to talk about this with y'all, how the Chiefs bounce back from this. Because remember, the last time this happened to them, they took a year off where the Bengals went to the bowl, right? And then they were right back in it. But this is different. They were at their best. Nobody was really hurt. Nothing like that. Nothing they could hang their hand on like that. They were just dominated.
Because them tackles been bad all year. And this is the game where Philly was like, we gonna lead this game on our front four, but our guys outside, get after them. Eat all game. They rotated them guys in and out all game. We seen Graham getting in, Nolan Smith, Williams. We seen guys getting in there eating all night. All night. The guys up the middle just kept it coming. Just kept it coming. It was
Can I be real
bro.
with y'all? Can I be real with y'all for a second? I think that right tonight has really showed who the Kansas City Chiefs are. If you can get guys back there to give Patrick Mahomes no time to think, I think that they have shown everybody that if you give Patrick Mahomes no time to think, this is the type of football he plays.
Look. Obviously, right now we got a lot of things going on. My God, hold on. There's F dot. Welcome back, F dot. I mean, look. Santo keeps bringing it up, but you're right. Philly didn't blitz at all. They didn't blitz at all. But fellas, go ahead and talk about the losers. I gave y'all. I think if I'm the New York Giants, if I'm John Mara, I walk right up to that GM and I fire him.
Yeah,
I fire him.
I think the biggest loser in this is Pat Mahomes, bro.
No,
I wouldn't say that. I think he still has.
I wouldn't say that because he still has time to make it up.
Yeah, he does.
The biggest loser, in my opinion, is Andy Reid.
But if we look at it, like what was going to make Mahomes, like regardless of Mahomes get the 7 or not, or the 10 or whatever, whether he gets that or not, what was going to really make Mahomes greater than Brady was the 3P. That was it. That's what we was all anticipating. Wow, he's going 3P. Brady never did that. Now, granted, he can come back and say, let me try again, whatever. But that's another 3 years, guys. Like, that's another 3 years trying. Like, you get what I'm saying? He got hope that he could build a team good enough so he could 3P, because evidently Philly built a team good enough to stop him. You know what I'm saying? So, like, we really got to wait for him to build a team good enough to withstand somebody like Philly, so on and so forth, as well as make it through the grueling AFC. And I don't know. I don't know if I can say that. I think everybody's seen the formula now, bro. Now it's time to get after him.
Look, it's easy to say you've seen the formula, but you got to do it. Like, there's a reason why. For instance, let's use Brady for example. Beating Brady is hard. It was hard. The Giants got it twice, and you needed a great pass rush, low-key a Hall of Famer to do it. And even then, those games were close. Those games were Brady. And the thing people always forget is that Brady drove him down to take the lead. Took him down, take the lead, 14-10. And then Eli did what he did and came back. The second one too, drove him down, even though and Gronk was hurt, but that don't matter. Like I said, I'm just shocked. And Marley, I'm not going. If you want to put Spags as a loser, okay. But
I think Spags was a highlight of the night. I thought Spags was a highlight of the night.
I'm only saying Spags is a loser because he lost. Like,
I mean, he lost, but like, bro, if you look at what the defense did, bro, you kept Saquon in check, and you made Jalen Hurts beat you. You made Jalen Hurts outplay Pat, and that's what happened. That, like, guys, like, we gotta acknowledge that. Like, Spagnuolo did his job, bro. Bro, Pat Mahomes and Andy Reid had a horrible game tonight. It wasn't about it. Both defenses played well, but if Pat Mahomes played the way he's played up to expectation, this is a whole nother game.
And F dot, I want to hear you talk about it a little bit. You've seen mine, but same thing. Mekhi Becton, the Jets couldn't figure out. Howie Roseman found you, fixed you up, and look at you, bro. You a champion. Somehow the New York Jets find a way to lose in all this. And we'll talk about the New York Jets' big decision on their quarterback on Wednesday, because I'm not surprised. And my Jets take out here aging like fine wine, but this ain't about the Jets right now. F dot, go ahead, take it away.
No, I think I agree with what you were saying, Random. Also a little bit what you were saying, Hefe. I agree, man. What's his name? Andy Reid is definitely the biggest loser, in my opinion. This was like game plan wise, like they literally outcoached. They wasn't just outplayed, it was outcoached as well. I mean, the Eagles came to play, and they had the team for it. I mean, that defense was crazy. The Chiefs' O-line was getting dominated. Pasher was making dumb decisions. The defense played solid, but I mean, when the offense not generating any points, it's just like it's hard to stop that offense on the other side. Jalen Hurts, I've been saying it this whole playoffs. Jalen Hurts is one of them ones, man. He played a clean game. He always played a clean game.
Bro, bro, I just don't like. I'm not a fan of his play all the way around, but the way he played tonight, bro, it's nothing you can say. It's nothing you can say.
Played
The way he played, bro, when from the first pass on out, like I hate how slow Jalen Hurts usually start. Tonight he started out fast, precise, clean. He had the team moving. You could tell they didn't want Saquon a part of the game. He said, "That's cool, backpack time," and he real life showed up, bro. I take back everything I said, bro. He showed up when it mattered most, and he outplayed the best quarterback of this era right now. So,
and this is not his first time doing it. He did it 2 years ago.
Doing it either.
He did it 2 years ago.
No, but tonight, bro, like real live, bro. Tonight they took Saquon out of the game, fellas. Like they took. I love that Spag schemed that up, and he schemed it up beautiful. Like you could tell he watched tape on that, bro. You could tell they was ready for everything they could throw at him with the running game and the passing game when it came to Saquon. They was on top of it. And Jalen Hurts was like, "It's cool. You're gonna take away my guy? That's cool. I got you. I got everybody." He ran when it mattered. He threw when it mattered, but he was super aware in the pocket, not taking unnecessary sacks like we seen him to do all season. Like he was, bro. He was great tonight, bro. He was great, and he outplayed Mahomes by far.
Yeah, great team win. I ain't gonna lie, great team win. I'm happy for Philly, man. It's nice to see the Eagles win. It's nice to see somebody else win it this year, man. The 3P would have been cool, but I like seeing the Eagles win this one. This was a good one.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Now, obviously, how do the Chiefs bounce back? Obviously, you fix your tackle situation if you can. Let's hope Xavier Worthy becomes a guy, right? You keeping DeAndre after his surgery? What about Juju?
I think you let him go. Go get maybe Coop.
Nah, bro. Rasheed Rice could come back too. Rasheed Rice could come back too.
Yeah, Rasheed Rice coming back. You right, Hefe.
Yeah.
I'll say this right now. Rasheed Rice could have been here.
Different game.
I think it's a different game. Brandon, I think it's a different game. He can separate. He can separate.
But nonetheless, bro, he still got to match up with Philly secondary, bro, which is not a favorable matchup. Like I don't know, bro. I think it was the scheme tonight that whooped the Chiefs, bro. We've seen them whoop like this before, and like that's not like history repeating itself. If it's not a good thing, it's a bad thing, and it looked bad tonight.
We got to show some love. As much as I don't like him, man, we got to show some love to Sirianni. The game plan he had, I gotta give him some love, bro.
Mo was saying that too.
About him.
Mo was saying that too.
I can't say it. I can't say nothing wrong about Sirianni. In fact, I apologize to him in the group chat.
Yeah, I'm apologizing.
Fangio, but know what? Let's finish talking about
Fangio. Oh my God, perfect game plan.
Yeah,
man, bro, he cooked, bro. He cooked, bro.
Let's talk about the Chiefs, and then we can glaze the Eagles as they deserve to be glazed.
Facts, they do, bro. Sirianni, he surprised me. He didn't make any dumb decisions. I mean, his clock management was great. The play calling was great. I mean, all them boys.
I mean, hey, that guy easy when the other quarterback getting up off the ground every other play too.
All right, let me say this real quick. Obviously, I'm curious to see what the Chiefs do in the offseason. You got to replace Travis. You got maybe D-Hop. If they get Cooper Kupp, that's another guy who gets hurt a lot. Now I'm like, hey, Chiefs, do whatever you can to get
T. Higgins, bro. T. Higgins.
T would be tough.
I would, bro. Like I would. Somebody, bro. Somebody. I would be drooling over who I like.
T. Higgins got options now. You want to talk? He's another. He got options, and
he can either go for the payday or try to go for like one of those Chiefs.
No. Shift God, no. I don't think Debo.
No, not Debo. No.
Debo could. Debo could.
While I would be interested to see what Andy Reid does with a guy like Debo, because you can put him anywhere and do some things with him. I don't think he's what they need to be successful. Also, we need to mention this too. Rasheed Rice, they basically held his court case off a year. Now he's court. Remember, he got felonies. He's getting charged for felonies.
That is true.
Yeah.
So now, do I see him spending a long time in jail or even at all? I don't know. But now you got to deal with that this off season. You know, there's a lot going on with the Chiefs, and it's one of those things where the Super Bowl masks so many things, and then you lose it, and now all of a sudden, all the things you got to start thinking about. But let's talk about the winners. Let's talk about the winners. Biggest winner,
Saquon Barkley. Saquon Barkley is the biggest winner, bro.
Hold on. If I want to be biggest winner, Nick Sirianni. Nick Sirianni, obviously Jalen Hurts. I'm gonna go Vic Fangio third, Saquon fourth. Actually, no. Nick Sirianni number one, Howie Roseman number two.
Howie Roseman.
Jalen Hurts number three, Vic Fangio number four, Saquon number five because he got to be on there. Howie Roseman, take a bow. Take a freaking bow. You were incredible crafting this team. You went and got Saquon because the Giants literally filmed themselves in 4K saying, "We don't want you."
Bro, can you imagine? Could you imagine the revenge tour of being told, "I don't want you to run for 2K in a Super Bowl ring the next year"?
Yeah, that's tough, man.
Like the off season, we hearing about how I'm old and how I got mileage, how I'm not gonna be no good. Like this was the narrative on Saquon, bro. And then I run for 2K on my birthday. Give me a ring, bro. On my birthday, come on, bro.
What a way! Obviously, Nick Sirianni, a guy who changed. You beat arguably the second or greatest coach of all time. And you didn't just beat him; you out-coached him. You
out-coached him. Dominated
him.
It was out-coached.
Dominated him. And the way at one point we were talking about him, F. Even when they was winning, we was like, Nick Sirianni gonna cost him. That's why I apologized to him. Hey, Nick, I'm sorry. I
apologize to him.
I apologize.
Ready.
And you did it. Now Jalen Hurts, people finally get to talk about him in the way that he rightfully deserves to now. He outplayed Mahomes in the other Super Bowl. Let me keep it a stat. At the time, that was the greatest Super Bowl performance in a loss, beating what Brady did when he threw for 500.
Mm-hmm.
And now he outplayed him in the Super Bowl again to the point where I'm like, hey.
He better than Hurd, man. I said in the group chat, I think he's 5. He in my top 5. I'm be honest. I'm bringing
this. I think with this performance, he's 5. I still put those 4 quarterbacks in a different tier than him. He's at the top.
At 5.
He's the top of that second tier.
Yeah.
Like I just think Mahomes, Allen, Burrow, and now and Lamar are just better.
Call me crazy, guy. I think next year shakes things up. Like thinking about all these problems with Mahomes and the receivers, bro. Look at how they're gonna have to scramble for a receiver. Look at how they just got beat tonight and how everybody gonna look for that same answer. Think about Buffalo. If y'all was Buffalo right now and you just watched that happen to Kansas City and y'all been losing everything. Think about if you Baltimore right now or the Steelers, so on and so forth. And you just watch Kansas City get beat by guys up front, consistent play. And you like, man, in the offseason, we just need to make the right moves. Like, but I don't know, bro. I don't know.
It's interesting. Obviously, if Dallas is really shopping Micah Parsons, then there should be a lot of teams who are contenders. Like the Baltimore should be calling. The Buffalo Bills should be calling. It's a horrendous decision to trade.
We should be calling. We should definitely be calling, bro.
I got you. And then let's talk about I want to say Vic Fangio for last, but let's talk about Saquon. Obviously, he didn't have the game that he wanted to have tonight, but there's nobody on this earth who's going to say the Philadelphia Eagles would not be here without him, obviously. And even though he wasn't as effective as you wanted him to be, the way the Chiefs defense defended him, the way they were tackling, you would have thought he just broke a 50-yard run. And then they're like, nah, bro, we're not going to let you run like that. They did. You would have thought they brought extra people in from the sideline to tackle him the way they were.
They made sure he wasn't going off. They was like, one thing for sure, that he's not going off this game.
And it cost him.
Yo, but if I'm a guy like that, bro, I'm happy about a night like that. I go look at what my quarterback did. I'm looking at my receivers eat. I'm looking at Trent McDuffie get cooked all night because he's getting no help because they worried about stacking the box. Like that's a beautiful thing. If I'm Saquon Barkley, I'm like, I did my job and then some.
Yeah.
Like I made y'all worry about everything but the main thing.
And don't forget, he was blocking too when Jalen Hurts started running. By the way, when Jalen Hurts started running, I was like, oh, he's killing it. And Saquon was out here. He was going head to head, head up with Nick Bolton, getting Saquon, getting Jalen Hurts some space to run. I thought. By the way, Kellen Moore. Let me give Kellen Moore his flowers too, because he was in his bag tonight too. Your future head coach of the New Orleans Saints, and like Mo said, man, from what I saw tonight, I'm happy. Just get him a quarterback, and we Gucci. I mean, like, oh my God, what a win! But let's talk about Vic Fangio, a lifer in the league. He finally gets his first chance in the ring, and what a way to get it, man! Sure, they got 22 points, but at one point it was 34-0. Fellas, let me say that again: 34-0.
To the fourth quarter.
2-0.
Eagles gonna be around for a long time, man. I'm just thinking about it right now. They might
go. Nah, bro. They when it come down time to pay
Eagles
all
are the
boys,
new team
bro,
to beat.
Yeah,
when it come down to time to pay them boys, they're gonna if they don't got the checkbook to cover it, bro.
I don't think they will, but from what we've seen about from Howie Roseman, he gonna find somebody.
Oh, he gonna find somebody else, no doubt. They can
pull out two, if he keeps that, Super Bowl.
Yeah.
Not gonna lie.
I mean, we'll see. We'll
free agency and everything. Yeah,
we'll see. But and you know what's scary about Philly, bro? If they wanted to, they could get better on offense, bro.
I mean,
if they wanted to, they could get better on offense.
The part was Dallas Goedert was in a weird way. Dallas Goedert did his job, but he could have went off.
Yeah, bro, imagine Philly grabbing somebody. Imagine Philly grabbing somebody like T and sliding AJ or Devontae to the slot. That's a whole nother problem to deal with Saquon.
I think their offense is pretty much set. I don't know.
But that's what I'm saying. But bro, we thought their defense was pretty much set. They still went after guys. We thought their offense was set, and then they got Saquon. Like, I think
I got it, because if you want to talk about the one place they needed help was their running back core, and you're not going. But if anything, if they need to add somebody, add them on defense. Why not? Why not? Like Josh Sweat gonna have to get paid. Milton got to get paid. So you got to make some decisions.
Yeah.
So then go find the right person.
And then the draft is right around the corner too.
Yes, sir. All right, Michael's here. Draft's around the corner. Now, let's talk about the future. Let's talk about the future for the Eagles. Obviously, I want to put them as Super Bowl favorites going into next season. Obviously, if everybody stays healthy, everything going on right. Now, I want to see them match up against a healthy Detroit Lions squad. I want to see that happen, just to see. Obviously, a rubber match between them and the Chiefs could be very interesting, depending on what the Chiefs do, right? And then you already got other ones. Like, what if the Buffalo Bills finally cross over? Because I'll tell you this, from what I saw tonight, like, I don't want. Josh Allen would have died tonight, because he would have done everything he could to run all that, everything he could to make sure what happened tonight did not happen. Obviously, Joe Burrow, I mean, you can't count the man out. Lamar would have been interesting against this, but so many different teams I want to see against this Philly team to see if they could reign on top again would be so interesting. But fellas, let's talk about the future for the Eagles, man. What y'all thinking? You think we'll see them right back here again?
I'm saying, I mean, I am in the future right now. It looks like they're going to be around for a while. I mean, like at least the next 2-3 years.
Don't forget the 49ers, man.
No, you can't.
I was just about to say, bro, we need.
But they
I think when Myles Garrett goes, plays a big part in where everybody's going to be next year.
I think he stays in Cleveland.
I also think he doesn't go anywhere.
Yeah, I don't think.
Man, guys, y'all saying I'm not saying I'm against what y'all saying. I just saying that, bro. The fact that that's a possibility, bro, holding that man hostage, that's so foul, bro.
Yeah, it's foul. It is. It's foul. They gonna hold him up.
I think it's some guys that's free agent next year that where they fall. I think it's going to control how next year goes, bro. And there may be some things that unfold that we don't even see happening yet that happen, you know what I'm saying? And free agency that control this. But as of right now, how like the picture that we see right now, how could Philly not go back, bro? How could they not do it again?
Yeah. They
I
could do
mean,
it.
I like to see them against a fully healthy 49ers squad. When the 49ers
Yeah,
don't make the playoffs,
no,
they're
Niners
and the
don't
biggest
have.
thing is they get hurt. And we've seen them when we've seen them at the last time the 49ers were healthy and the Eagles were healthy, the 49ers
It's not
whooped
the
their
same
ass.
team. It's not the same team.
I understand, but look, obviously we will see. We will see. But Michael, welcome. Go and we'll let you have the floor. Tell us what you thought about the game.
Oh
We won't see
yeah.
Riddell till Wednesday and get ready because he's gonna be peak Representative Riddell that day. He's gonna be sidestepping
Oh,
questions like he
man.
running for office. But go
Oh yeah.
ahead.
Yeah, no, Mahomes played like dog shit in the first half. He sucked. It's not even like I'm not saying that, like the Eagles defense deserves credit. They're just like they were just a lot better as a team, but the decisions that Mahomes was making was also just stupid. Like it wasn't just like, oh, I throw it up one on one and somebody makes a play. At the end of the day, I feel like Mahomes was getting very desperate because of how good that Eagles defense was playing, and that's what led him to throw those picks. But yeah, this Eagles team was very what's it called? They were just ready to roll today. They were not about to let uh this championship go to waste. I think they came in knowing that they were the better team. And they clearly did not care that Mahomes was on the other side.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, I feel like it's just a talent thing. Like I think we talked about how the Eagles definitely should win this game, but it's just for me at least, it's super hard to bet against Mahomes. Um, so yeah, I would say the first half is definitely the worst I've ever seen Mahomes play in the playoffs. Like that, this shit, it's like not even close how bad he played.
So Michael, I do have a few questions for you.
Mhm.
Um, how do you feel about Hefe and I and F Dot when he comes back? Mo, we were talking about the legacy questions.
Mhm.
I said I think the biggest loser of this game is Andy Reid. I think Andy Reid was horrendous tonight. He was out coached, out whatevered by Nick Sirianni.
Yeah.
Obviously, there's Mahomes and the Brady aspect, blah blah blah, and Travis Kelsey.
He sucked.
He needs to. I hate to say it, but Travis, this is it, man. Hang the jersey up. You're
He's,
one of the
he he
greatest
he
tight
was
ends of all
trash
time.
today, bro. He was genuinely
He
trash.
definitely was, bro. He
Yeah,
definitely was.
Mike, let's talk about it. We'll talk about Mahomes last for you, but let's start with Andy Reid. I think the conversation between him and Bill Belichick, and in terms of greatest coach of all time, is done. It's done. You can't get
Yeah,
like that in multiple Super Bowls, and we're saying that you're the greatest quarterback of all time. You just can't. Especially
wait.
when you refuse to adjust. You didn't run the. It
Oh,
was just a carbon copy of the Buccaneer Super Bowl, except you didn't have the excuse of, oh, my line's hurt.
yeah.
You didn't have that excuse. Even though that's not a good enough excuse because you had chances to fix it. But go ahead. I've talked too much. Go ahead, Michael. Let's talk.
Yeah, I don't know. I feel like there's always a chance that they, gather talent and go on another run like the Patriots did, and I feel like that could level conversations, but for me, I've always thought that Belichick is the best coach because the one thing that Belichick doesn't have aside from those last 3 seasons is like blips on his resume from the standpoint of like what Andy Reid did in Philly. So I feel like in order to set Andy, yeah, like this Super Bowl would have set Andy Reid apart because it's obviously the three-peat. We've never seen something like that before. But yeah, I feel like when you have 2 performances like this in the Super Bowl where your team just looks totally outmatched, it's gonna be really tough. It's gonna be really tough to knock that because that's really one thing that Bill never had. Like his teams never fell flat like this in the Super Bowl. You could say the most embarrassing performance was against the Eagles where they gave up 40, but they didn't get blown out in that game. They just lost at the end. So yeah, I feel like I feel like Mahomes is definitely almost as big as a loser though, because I'm not saying that they're not gonna be back, but number one, it's another bad Super Bowl performance objectively. So people are gonna look at that. Like now Mahomes' Super Bowl performance like aura, it's very, very it's down now. Like like he just has a lot of blips in the Super Bowl, which is an issue. And it's just the thing of, are they ever gonna get back? And if they do, because at the end of the day, you're chasing 7. Like if you want to be considered the GOAT, you got to get at least 6. So this Super Bowl was important for him, because if you win this and you never go back, you still have the thing of like, okay, I three-peated. Like Brady never did that. So I feel like obviously he still has a long time to play, so we'll see. But I feel like both of them are losers. And yeah, Travis is cooked. Like he's just cooked. Like I'm not gonna blame him, because Mahomes, as I said, he played dog shit in the first half. Like he played genuinely bad. But there was, multiple drops Travis had that he should not have had. Like that's just like
And speaking on that, Mike, Gronk would never. And I just want to say that.
Gronk is better, dude. Like also Tony Gonzalez. Like the one thing that Travis Kelce had over those tight ends is the playoff performance. And like obviously this might sound like a prisoner of the moment, but this game was so freaking bad, dude. It's like I don't even care about his playoff performances anymore, bro.
Bro, that's what I was thinking. Every performance before today was forgotten with how bad he was today.
And this
Like the
is
typical catches you were making, the double coverage and the single coverage on the right side of the field. Like everything, all the passes he dropped, it just like screwed every moment he had before today.
and
All right,
it's
oh,
and he's
go ahead, Mike.
undisputed. He's still the best playoff performing tight end ever, because of just what he's done consistently. But I still think that when you talk about Gonzalez and Gronk specifically, I think you can make the argument that both of those guys are better as players. Um, so having a game like this is not good. But I mean, yeah, he's still top 3, I would say. I don't know if there's any other. I don't know if besides Gronk and Tony G, I mean, those guys are monsters. So I feel like, yeah, it's a really tough loss for Kansas City, just based off of how they lost.
Yeah.
Because
So
yeah.
Go ahead. Sorry, Michael.
No, I was gonna say, because we all knew how like the glaring talent discrepancy was. So if you come out the game and you lose by a touchdown, you lose by 10 points, but it's close, it's not going to look as bad. But getting blown out like this is a totally different story. Like this was one of the more embarrassing Super Bowls I've ever seen.
Like this is the worst Super Bowl since the Seahawks put belt to ass to the Broncos when they won like 40-8.
Yeah.
Don't let the score fool you. Obviously, the Eagles ended up winning 40-22,
But they were up by a third.
This game was over.
Dude, I turned the shit off, bro. I'm not gonna
lie. And like obviously, I feel bad for my friends in Kansas City, but one thing I like to do, I like going on to the Super Bowl losers like radio shows and just listen. Let me listen.
Yeah, you're diabolical. No, I feel that.
I can't wait to pull up to first and just watch Nick Wright. I cannot.
Oh man, I think he's gonna cry, bro. He ain't cried already, bro.
Because
Nick Wright is disgusting.
Yeah. So obviously, let me talk about some Super Bowl stats here. Jalen Hurts becomes the first quarterback to lose to a quarterback, then come back and beat him in NFL history. Mahomes finished with 21. It was 21 for 32 for 257 yards, 3 touchdowns, and 2 picks, including one which was a pick 6. Right? He technically threw another one, but it was called back by injury, called back by penalty. He was also the Kansas City Chiefs leading rusher with 4 rushes for 25 yards. Obviously, Xavier Worthy had 8 catches for 157 yards, 2 touchdowns. And like I said before, it was the most inconsequential, great Super Bowl performance in NFL history because none of it mattered. It was all in garbage time. Sure, he made a few plays, but come on now. At one point, you know what they did? Oh, the Eagles have their backups in. Mahomes dropped back as far as you can and chuck it. I understand he's a rookie. I understand that. But no, Look at the other side. Cooper DeJean had a pick six. Cooper DeJean was great.
Yeah.
You can't use he's a rookie for Xavier Worthy, but you can't. Sure, those stats still count, but you're not. And I'll say this: if Xavier Worthy never makes it back to Super Bowl again, we're never going to talk about that performance as one of the greatest performances in NFL history, playoff history, or Super Bowl history. We're never going to talk about it, Jay Gaiman. We never are. Nobody said those stats don't count. Nobody said those stats don't count. But even Xavier Worthy would walk up to you right in your face and say those stats do not matter.
That's also what's it called? That's like the definition of stat padding.
Stat padding.
Yeah, that's all it was, bro. He got a deep bomb at their last drive of the game.
Jay, you saw him after both of those touchdowns. His head was down.
And also,
down.
I don't know. It's kind
He's
of
in the biggest game of his life, and they're getting worked.
It's also like
belt to ass.
It's also a lot of those yards come out the game plan of, we're just gonna, because I mean he had the bomb, which was great catch, whatever. But like for the majority, it's kind of just like, all right, we're just gonna let you guys, beat us underneath and make you guys drive down the field and waste clock because that's all we have to do. There's no, I mean, you're down so much. As long as we don't give up like 5 big plays in a row and sell the game on offense, we're gonna win regardless. So, yeah, I think Worthy's gained confidence in the playoffs in general. He's actually been really good in the playoffs. But yeah, this is definitely not. This is not one of the best super performances of all time. It can't be. You can't. To me, you could never have. Just if your stats are high and you're getting blown out, it can't be an all-time performance. It just can't be.
All right.
Of course not, Mike. Of course not.
Yeah, let me go ahead and talk about Jalen Hurts' stats here. Jalen Hurts was 17 of 22 for 221 yards, 2 touchdowns, and a pick. He was also the Eagles' leading rusher with 11 rushes for 72 yards and a touchdown. At one point, man, he was just feeling it. The leading receiver was Devontae Smith with 4 catches for 69 yards and a touchdown, including his touchdown was the backbreaker. That's when you're like, this game is over.
Yeah, no, whoa, bro.
Like, bro, Philadelphia fans, Eagles fans, start going out on the streets. It don't matter. Like, let's start getting crunk out here. But
if they're whooping like that, they don't even need to, Ryan. I don't even want to see one of them right now.
Yeah, and for Saquon, he had 25 rushes for 57 yards, no touchdowns. He also had 6 catches for 40 yards. And like I said before, sure, Saquon was not having the game because if you get Saquon 25 rushes during the season, you're talking about this boy got 200-some yards or something.
Dude, this was the worst. This was the worst. This was the worst game of all time for Riddell's narratives. Literally nothing that he wanted.
Absolutely. And
that's petty as shit, Mike.
No. I did. Me and Riddell are aligned. Like I'm not even hating. Like it's
it's just bad timing, bro. Trust me. If Riddell see, he's gonna be pissed. That's why he's
so pissed. Because
exactly.
He's already pissed. You saw, like Michael, you read the group chat. He was attacking everybody. He got mad at me. I was like, "You wanted me to spend time with you instead of my family?"
Bro, he was mad. I told him I wouldn't make it till after halftime. He got mad at me, bro. I was like, God damn, bro.
But we'll see him on Wednesday. Obviously, Saquon, even though he didn't have he didn't have a monster night. Every one of you could clearly by how the defense clearly worried about him all night that he was clearly a factor. He had great blocks tonight. Obviously, he caught the ball. He did what he could, and he was great. And it was his birthday. Got a little $250K incentive for winning the Super Bowl too. So everybody living right. Everybody living right. Now looking at Jesus Christ, I really want to break down this. Yeah. Halfway through the second quarter, he texted us said the game is over. GG's after the Mahomes pick 6. Yeah, but let's talk about it. Let's talk about it a little bit. I want to talk about the halftime show. Kendrick Lamar was cooking. I thought he was pretty smart. Sure, he teased those would not like us, and he ended up playing it, but he avoided, I think, a few big words that definitely would have got him sued.
He had to cut it all off.
Yeah, because if you end up calling Drake the P word on TV in the Super Bowl, he definitely would have been sued. Sure, you can troll him and say, "Oh, they like to sue," and we all understand how that is. But you call him that on Super Bowl Sunday,
Yeah.
now you're getting sued.
Hey, I
And
just want to say, man,
honestly,
I just want to say, Drake, man, get your lick back, bro. Get your lick back, bro.
I
God
don't know what Drake
dang.
got to do. I don't know what Brandon
I don't
said.
know what he got to do
Brandon said some
either,
wild
bro.
stuff about what Drake got to do.
you know what
But
Drake, you know what Drake had to do? Not just not be completely like lack of self-awareness and get himself in this position. He cooked himself. There's no way that he can come back from it, like at the end of the day. And I just want to say Kendrick Lamar's my goat, man. That guy's a legend in the game. And that's what, dude, when people, especially in rap, you see a lot of like people, trying to take shortcuts, trying to use the internet and do, ignorant stuff to, get acclaim and get money and get fame. Kendrick Lamar is the opposite of that. He is the person, like he is somebody that took the long road, because I felt like for years Kendrick Lamar didn't get the acclaim that he deserved, not only commercially, but also just when it comes to like the full, like people really thought that Kendrick was just like, not about that when it comes to like rap battling. And I feel like this is just his victory lap of his career. Like he's been in the game for a long time, for almost 10 years now. And yeah, and Dre, at the end of the day, bro, like that is the most baby, a lawsuit in rap. That's the most baby move I've ever seen in my life. In my life, it's it's embarrassing to the hip hop culture, honestly, that
Yeah,
you're
it
going
definitely
out
is.
creating a lawsuit, and the premise of the lawsuit is literally he had said, yeah, dude, that's what I'm saying, man.
Yeah.
That's true, but
my
no,
mom was getting my mom was getting mad. Why you keep popping back up? Why you keep popping back
Yeah.
up? And I'm like, hey, let him cook. Let him cook.
but this
Yeah.
By the way,
lawsuit,
doing that in front of Trump was crazy. Like,
yeah.
Yeah.
because hey, all the subliminal shots that Samuel Jackson was taking was crazy. Like Sam told the Serena Crip walk was crazy because if you know about this history between her and Drake, you know.
But
And
Man,
like, but
bro.
like, this is the funniest thing. What Drake is suing UMG for is literally what he did. That's literally how you become in the position where Drake literally did the same shit. So he's just a massive hypocrite. Obviously, he didn't kill
Bro,
people.
this gonna sound crazy, bro, but all Drake gotta do is be Drake, and he'll be right back where he was.
But
he's already
it's
back,
not even.
man.
It's not,
He's
bro.
already
That's
back where he
that's
was.
the thing. Why do you even care? At the end of the day, how badly was your reputation hit? Like,
That's what I'm saying. It
it
wasn't.
wasn't
It
really. Bro,
wasn't.
you're
That's what
Drake.
makes him suing the a weak move. That's what makes him suing a
Bro,
weak move. That's why you should have just let it play out, bro. Your name is in the song. The song is about you. You will be tied to legacy forever. Like let it be great. But when you sue, you just make it so much worse, bro. You seem like the dude that got punched in the mouth and ran in the house. That's what you look like.
and that's exactly what he is. This is exactly what he is. But yeah, no. Anyway, I mean, like, I don't want to make it a rap thing, but yeah, no. Shout out to Kendrick though. I don't know. I thought the performance was interesting. Um, I didn't
Yeah,
think it was.
The Serena Williams whole situation was crazy. That was just crazy work.
But that's how it should. That's just generally how it should be. Because Drake loves, putting his exes on blast and doing all this petty stuff, and making and like creating narratives and all this bullshit. And then, they literally gave him a taste of his own medicine. And at the end of the day, if you're gonna come at a guy like Drake who's at the top of the game, you have to do it like that. You have to go no holds barred to the max if you want to beat a guy like that. You can't just go half ass and then expect like the whole world to turn on Drake like they did. But yeah, no, I thought it was a good performance. I didn't think it was. I thought it was fine, but at the end of the day, there was just so many words that he had to cut out from a lot of those songs. It's kind of hard to like. I honestly
I ain't
don't
gonna lie,
know
but
how
that's what made
many.
me not like the performance a whole lot, bro. Like it was a few songs that I like of his that I was like, man, you should have did those. But I knew everybody knew what he was performing for. It was one song he was performing for, man.
Like, dude, I think I d- I thought that like I like DNA, but I don't like Humble. I felt like doing like something like All Right would have been so much cooler for that
It
because
would
it
have
would
been
have fit
interesting.
with like it would have fit way more with like the narrative of like what's been going on. And I love that song. But
Yeah, that joint would have. Yeah, that's true. Yeah, that joint definitely would have hit. That joint definitely would have hit.
all my life I had to fight. I love that song. But yeah, I think it was a good performance. I wouldn't say it's definitely not one of the best though. Definitely not one of the best.
Like I still think the second. No, it don't matter. It don't matter. We can talk
Yeah,
about
the
that.
crowd was cheeks, Santo, because all
The
those
crowd was bad, but I don't think this performance was made for the crowd.
no,
It
it wasn't.
definitely wasn't. It definitely
It
wasn't, bro.
wasn't made for. It was made for the TV audience. And Sancho and I, me and him will talk because we're suckers for that. We talk about production and stuff like that all the time. Me and him will talk about it. But even at the points where you could hear the crowd, I'm like, that A minor one should have shook the stadium. The A minor,
Yeah. But bro, that's what everybody wanted to see, bro. That's why he performed.
Yeah, it did,
And
man.
as
Did you
good of an
not hear the
artist as
crowd?
he is, he has so many other songs to perform, but that's what he was penned to, and that's just like what blows me about the whole performance, bro. Like he has songs that was crazy, like crazy bars, crazy artists were, bro. And he ain't those should have been in there, and they wasn't.
All right, I got a few more Super Bowl stats for you. Obviously, or Super Bowl stats or moments. Donald Trump was the first president to attend a Super Bowl in U.S. history.
Might be the last.
What do you call it? The Chiefs were 10-0. The Chiefs were 10-0 in games that Taylor Swift's attended, and this was their first loss. The Chiefs obviously were in the Chiefs won 3 of the last 5 Super Bowls, obviously only losing to Brady in blowout fashion, and then obviously the Eagles today in blowout fashion. The only 3 quarterbacks who've ever beat Patrick Mahomes in the playoffs, and their names are Joe Burrow, Tom Brady, and Jalen Hurts, which is crazy. God, the crazy part was he got blown out with Brady in attendance.
Yeah, it's crazy.
Because Riddell would have been like, oh, he three-peated in Brady's face. Brady was there too. And let me say this, Brady better than me, right? Because at one point, Brady was just like, when this happens to you, man, when you lose a Super Bowl, you could have told he was speaking from his heart. Like, and he talked about the first Giant Super Bowl and how much that hurt him in a way that I was just like, dang.
Yeah.
And in a way that I was like, God dang. And I got a few more for you. Shout out to Shift God. Stat that the Eagles are undefeated in games at the Superdome, which is crazy.
It was interesting.
Hold on. Here's another one. Mahomes was 8-0 against Vic Fangio defenses until tonight. Andy Reid is now 3-3 in Super Bowls. Mahomes was sacked the most times in his entire career tonight. And it was something. Obviously, there are going to be more stats as people really dissect this game and those stats come out. And I'm just, what a game!
Next time we see Early, we're gonna let him have his moment because it's been tough. This has been a tough year for him, but this is definitely for Early a great way to end it. To see Mahomes go out like that. Obviously, he said he didn't want Jalen Hurts to win, but that he loved Mahomes just getting fried like that. But I just want to say, Jalen Hurts, obviously, that was that pick that he had, horrible. But for the most part, he played really well in this game. In a game where Saquon had 57 attempts on 25 carries. I mean, he was doing what he needed to do to win games. I think one of them, I forgot which play. I think he got sacked and it was 3rd and 11. And then he threw a dot to A.J. Brown on a fade. Like those are the type of plays that Jalen Hurts was making, the last 3 seasons before this year that we were looking for. And it fully came into light this game. So I think he played good. I think, A.J. Brown, he didn't do a lot, but if we're being honest, that was a terrible PI call at the beginning of the game. And then, it's clear that they had a plan. It's clear that they wanted to attack. They wanted to attack the matches with Devontae Smith, and they did a good job of it. And Jalen Hurts, he ran with his legs when he had to. And also, I want some. I think who got the sacks for the Eagles? Was it Sweat? Yeah, I need some Josh Sweat respect because Early said that Preston Smith isn't better than Josh Sweat. So
He about to
I
get
need
paid. He about to get paid this offseason.
I need some respect from Josh Sweat because he was going crazy. And I felt like that was really the key. Like the defensive line for the Eagles was killing. And in a game where Jalen Carter was basically getting doubled every single time with two all-pro level linemen, those other guys are going to have to make plays, and that's exactly what they did. So, it's just it was a great performance for the Eagles, man. Like the Eagles just came ready to play, and they played to the maximum of their ability. Like the potential that had been waiting pretty much for the whole season, it came to light today. So when it comes to other teams, I think if this team is playing at their full potential, they get an offensive coordinator that is good. I see them making it back because I don't see any other team being able to beat this team. I really don't. I'm not saying that they're gonna blow out the Lions or the Niners, but the one weakness on the Niners is the offensive line, especially with the fact that Trent Williams is getting older. Like you're gonna have to be able to deal with that defensive line, and you're gonna have to be able to deal with Cooper DeJean and Quinyon Mitchell, who are both gonna get better, and then Darius Slay. And I don't know if they just have the personnel to do it. And then with the Lions, they have a better shot for sure. But, I think that defensive line for the Eagles matches up really well with that Lions offensive line. I feel like it really does. So, we're going to have to see, obviously. But, yeah.
All right. So I'm gonna say this because they are slandering Mahomes on the Pick a Side stream right now.
Well, of course they are. They
Santo-
all hate Mahomes.
Yeah, so, no, not them. It's just the chat. The chat.
Oh, the chat. I was about to say. Well, because one day they don't hate Mahomes, but they like really like a lot of them love Josh Allen on that podcast, which is fine. I love Josh Allen too, but
So I'm gonna look, Santo. I'm gonna say this. I think Brady was okay on commentary. He wasn't great. I think a lot of people expected him to be Tony Romo, and he clearly wasn't that. Brady's working under different rules than every other commentator out there. He can't go to production meetings because he partially owns the Raiders, to the point the rules were so bad the NFL is going to revisit those rules in the offseason because it clearly affects how Brady performs as a commentator. But I thought he was good. I thought he was good in certain. Would it have been better? Yeah, but let me tell you this. At one point, Tony Romo was so bad, CBS and his partner had to have an intervention for him, and then he picked it back up. So I'm curious to see what they do next season if they revisit the rules, because Brady got to be able to speak to the players, man. You know what they do, fellas or Mike? They'd go, everybody else on the staff would go to the production meeting, and then they'd give Brady notes from the meeting. That's not as good as being able to talk to the players. But no, I thought he was okay. I just think, like, obviously, look, Santo, we can just disagree. Well, how about that? We'll just do that. I thought it was okay. And this isn't just Brady. I thought it was okay because no other person could give you that moment that he had talking about losing the Super Bowl and how that just came from the heart. No other commentator can give that for you.
yeah, I don't have any comment. I don't even listen to commentary. I usually have it on mute, like watching something else. Honestly,
most times I'm the same. But the Super Bowl, I'm like, why not? I'm watching.
Yeah.
That's the one time I'm watching commercials, paying attention because it's a whole spectacle the whole time. But we will see that. There was another one. Oh God, what was the stat? There was a stat. Hold on, give me a sec. Oh man, they are really slandering. They said, like, people on the pick a side thing said, oh, Brady never needed big time talent to be this great, because they're probably talking about, oh, Mahomes need this, Mahomes needs that. I'm not gonna say that. I mean, he had to have Gronk, right? He had to have Gronk, all this stuff. But let's go ahead and get ready to sign off, because I know Wednesday gonna be explosive, Michael. Yeah. I'm gonna lay out and let Riddell crash out, because that's gonna be the time, because he's
deflect
gonna, yeah. But yeah, Santo, we'll just disagree. You got it, bro.
Waddell gonna go off, man.
and Riddell gonna go off. And I'm not gonna say that much. I'll make sure to host that day so I can make sure I keep you guys. I'll grab my whistle and we'll talk. But that's gonna be a great day. Thank you guys so much for a fantastic season. On Wednesday, we will break down. We will talk about the Super Bowl in its entirety. I'll drop all those crazy NFL Super Bowl stats, talking about how much this cost, or the fact that it cost $8 million for a Super Bowl commercial, and Kanye waited until the bigs was cheap at the end of the fourth quarter.
You never Kanye can you just drop off the face of the earth, like, please?
It's all right. AD is out multiple weeks. He has an abductor strain, so he's out for a while. Obviously, the Jets are cutting Aaron Rodgers. The business of football is still going on. There's a lot of things. Obviously, there's Michael Parsons. I know he was joking, but apparently reports are that Dallas is talking about shopping him. I don't know. I think that's effing dumb. But
Dude,
you got it, Jerry.
Obviously. No, I will actually quit. I said this before, but I will quit being a Cowboys fan if they trade Michael Parsons. I will. I'm dead serious about that too. I will quit.
All right.
I will become an Eagles fan. I don't even care at this point. No, you know what? I'll become a Commanders fan so I could be Jaden Daniels. That's how pissed I'm gonna be if we trade Michael Parsons, bro.
Well, we'll talk it. We will talk about it all, because the business of football never stops. And then before we know it, I'm gonna be watching the UFL games because I like them. I think they're fun.
Hey, obviously, me too, random. Me too, man.
MC Robinson, things, man. Do not worry about Riddell getting roasted. You know damn well Early's been waiting for this day for a long time because Early has lost some money to Riddell. So
and that Early curse is real because he was cheering for Mahomes.
That's what I was saying, dude. It is real. It's freaking ridiculous, bro. Every person he rides for, they end up getting killed. Like, it's actually not chill. It was Sam Darnold. It was Gardner Minshew, Sam Darnold, fucking Jared Goff, and now Mahomes. But just a nasty day, man. Just a nasty day for. And look, you know, I am not one to I love Mahomes. I think Mahomes is one of the greatest. You know, put him in those GOAT conversations, but I'm not going to sit here and try to deflect. This was horrible performance. This was
horrendous performance by him.
This was the worst performance of his career, and one of the worst performances we've ever seen from a all-time quarterback in the Super Bowl. This is
time to have it too, Michael. The worst game to have it.
Yeah, yeah. In the three-peat I will say, stat padding aside, if you take that first half, that's like the John Elway 38% completion. That was the level that it was at. It wasn't just, he played bad. It was all-time bad. So,
by the way, it was Mahomes' pick six was the first pick six in his first pick six in the playoffs. And woo, boy. Oh my God. Oh my God. Let me stop. Let's go ahead and shut it down. And thank you so much. We'll see you guys on Wednesday, where we're going to talk about Super Bowl in its entirety. What's next for Aaron Rodgers? Obviously, there's so much going on. But thank you guys so much for watching the Super Bowl. And I'm sad because the Super Bowl, God, I felt like that should have been one of the greatest matchups we've seen in a long time, and it wasn't. And shout out to Jalen Hurts, man. He's finally in a spot. And let's see if he can do it again. Because what if he ends up being the guy that takes over and wins a couple Super Bowls? And now we're talking about him in some ways. Hey,
Jalen Hurts, I'm sorry for what I've said to you all year long. I said that you was trash. I said that you weren't the quarterback I thought you was. And I'm glad to see you, pull off something that, not a lot of quarterbacks can pull off, man. You did basically did it by yourself for real for us. So
I'm really mad right now, punching the air.
Dude, I want to because Early's gonna be on killing Mahomes tick. I want to see what he says about Jalen Hurts, because Lord knows he's not gonna give him credit.
Oh yeah, absolutely. You saw him in the group chat. He was trying to say Jalen Hurts getting carried. I'll say, hold up. Let's not do that. Let's not do that. Let me go ahead and shut it down. Guys, we'll see you guys later. Michael, Mo, F. Lonnie, Early, Hefe, thank you all for pulling up. Wednesday is going to be a movie, guys. It's going to be a movie. Everybody going to be there. And thank you guys so much for watching. Enjoy the rest of your night. If you're stepping out, step out, but be safe. All right? Be safe. And then go to work tomorrow. Go to work tomorrow. Later, fellas and ladies.